Morning America, how we doing today? We're down here in Houston picking up, finally get back to work, right? We're down here in Houston picking up a Mate trailer. It's that's Mate. They made this is going over to Clean Harbors company. So we're going over to Port Allen, which is basically on the other side of the river from Baton Rouge. So we picked this up, and as you can see, the landing gear doesn't have a crank. You just pull the pins and lift them up. And because these kind of trailers, you never ever drop with a full load on, okay? You only drop these trailers when they're empty. This is called a frameless end dump. As you can tell, here's a bit of a frame, but it's in a full frame, okay? As this lifts up, there's a hydraulic cylinder in here, and my truck is not equipped with a hydraulic cylinder, but you'd have a hydraulic pump and a hydraulic hose going into that fitting right there. There's a huge hydraulic cylinder in here that lifts it up. Dump truck, okay? When that lifts up, this kind of scissors. That front end goes up, the fifth wheel and this bar here, they go this way, that goes up that way. This is all geometrically designed to do like a scissors, and this frame back here will lay flat, and all 10 tires, 5 on this side, 5 on that side, all 10 tires will stay on the ground, okay? Other ones are designed where it doesn't have this scissor type effect. This will lift up and it'll pivot, everything will lift up, and all the weight will be on this back axle back here. These will lift up off the ground as the trailer goes up. I'm sure there's a name for it. Just to me, it's a scissor lift. I don't know. I'm sure there's a specific name for this kind of a geometry and kind of setup. But what they'll use this for over at Clean Harbors is cleaning up, whenever there's a truck wreck and truck goes off in the ditch and the fuel tanks get busted open and all the diesel spills out onto the ground. They have to come in and clean that up because it'll contaminate the ground. They got to clean that dirt up, pick it up, put it in a trailer like this, haul it off to an incinerator, and they burn the dirt to burn the impurities, the oil or the diesel, out of the ground or out of the dirt. And then they bring the dirt back and use it as fill somewhere, like under a building. When they're getting ready to build a building, they'll use it as fill dirt. Not just that, but an old gas station gets, okay, here's an old gas station from the 50s, and they're going to tear it down and use the land for something besides a gas station. The tanks have been in the ground all these years, and they leaked out into the soil. They got to dig all that contaminated soil up. That's what Clean Harbors does. They run around and do that type of work, okay? This is going to Baton Rouge, oil, a lot of oil in Louisiana, a lot of oil refineries, things like that. So they have a good business in that area. So anyway, I've heard they've got several of these trailers going over there. And what I'm going to do is leave Houston. I'm going to run over to Port Allen, deliver it this afternoon, and then from there I'm going to bobtail or deadhead all the way up to Paragould, Arkansas, pick up a trailer, coming right back down here to Houston. Okay, that's one of those round trip, what we call round robins. You get paid going to the deadhead going up. And I assume I'll be getting paid at the deadhead coming from Port Allen up to Paragould, not from Houston. Houston to Paragould is about 550 miles, ish, something like that. Port Allen to Paragould is like I think it was like 420 or something like that. So I'll probably get the deadhead from 420. Anyway, that's what we're doing. And there they got some other ones. Here's a smooth side trailer over there. This one has the ribs showing. You know, it's got the ribs, and then this is just one layer. That one has a layer on the inside, but it has a layer on the outside, so you don't see the ribs. It's a smooth look. There she is, brand spanking new Mate. Oh, here's one other thing I could show you. A lift axle. See, this axle is up off the ground. So what happens is, on these axles, you got an airbag back here. Let's go to the back here. You got an airbag back here. Well, let me shorten the stick up. All right, so we got an airbag up here. It hinges at the front, comes back here to the axle, and this is the spring. It's an air spring, okay? And this airbag expands and pushes the axle down, which lifts the trailer up. There's the valve that controls all that. That valve, right there, that valve is very similar to the valve in your toilet bowl, okay? In your the tank on your toilet. All right, so that lifts these, that puts air in there, pushes the axle down, lifts the trailer up. Okay, that's how air suspension works. Back here on the lift suspension, you got the same bag, but they've got a switch, and it's not hooked up on my truck because I don't have that switch. So the switch, if you don't have electricity going to it, that bag deflates, this bag inflates. So if you look at the geometry here, here's the pivot, there's the arm, there's the airbag that pushes the axle down, which lifts the body up. All right, if you deflate that and inflate this bag inflates and puts pressure, which way does it put pressure on? Oh, this is solid, mounted to this. It's framed, this is to the, this is the, not the pitman arm. This is the arm. This would be the, what do they call that? I can't think of the right word. Anyway, this is solid to the trailer, and this is the pivot. There's the axle, goes up and down. This is welded on here, give it something to push against. This pushes against here, which pushes that and lifts that axle up. You see how that would push against here, and that axle would swing and go up. So that's how a lift axle works. That's one of the designs. There's other designs that that can do the same process, but that's one of the designs. So, nice and shiny, isn't it? Let's head on the road.